For years, I was seeking external validation. I was hoping that somebody can give me this self-esteem, this feeling of self-worth that I really needed in my life. Because at school I was bullied. I was feeling that I'm an ugly duck, that I'm no beauty, no smart, clever, nothing. I can't be anybody and I can't achieve anything. But in life, I had different situations that proved me that I can. And sometimes it's hard to achieve something, but sometimes I was doing it really easily because of some moments of this feeling of confidence. When there was these moments when I was like understanding that I don't know, will it work out or not, but I think it can. We all need to stop seeking validation. Why? Why it's important? Why we should remind ourselves this every single day, that people who see us, who validate us somehow, most of these people, they know only 1, 2, 5% of our personality. They don't know our depth. They don't know what we're jealous about, what we're hoping for, what we dream of, and what we're trying to achieve, our goals, our dreams. Because it's normal to share these very deep thoughts and goals with only people who we love and who love us. Because these people, they won't destroy our dreams. They won't destroy our self-esteem, our feeling of the self-worth. And this is very important, such relationships. But if we don't have such relationships, we shouldn't trust people about this validation that they say to us. Because I remember at school, it was creepy and funny because some people were saying that I'm so normal and so right and such a good girl. But other people were saying that I'm nonsense, evil girl, that person who lies, who tricks, and I was thinking so much about it. But now I'm thinking like, when people now tell me such things, I understand that it's their perspective. It's their perspective. It's not like it's me. So this is very important to catch this feeling of self-worth, to validate ourselves, with the common sense, understand our weaknesses and our strengths. And then we won't feel such upset sometimes about our failures. We can think like, failure, it's okay. I'm not God. I can make a mistake. It's normal. I watched one cooking program. It's not in English. And there was a woman, she was like making awful dishes. They looked ugly and she was looking at them and saying like, oh, look at them, how they could be even more pretty, it's impossible, they are so nice. And I'm like, oh my god, this girl knows how to accept her failures, her mistakes, and it's so normal. And on other hand, to concentrate on our strength, like I made a mistake, okay, and now I go on, continue to do something that I'm strong about, something that I'm sure or very sure or a little bit sure, but anyway, something that I feel that I could be doing the whole life, or I could be better in this if I continue doing it. Of course, if we only think about ourselves all the time, like am I good, am I bad, and doing nothing at the same time, it's kind of tricky. Anybody can ruin our self-esteem, our self-worth. Even if you're reading affirmations a lot and every day, I'm sure, I'm sure about it. It's important to do something that you're really strong about and working on something. It shouldn't be something great, it shouldn't be something popular or trendy. It can be something that you really like. It can be knitting or embroidery. Maybe you're a philosopher. Maybe while you're thinking, you're building some interesting new theories, and you can work with this. I mean, of course, there obviously can be certain achievements like writing a book, like being a famous blogger, or being an editor at some cool magazine. But in any of these actions, of your thoughts, there should be one thing important for your self-validation. It's love. You should rely on love to yourself. It should be, like, for example, if you like children, you should act to yourself like to your child, thinking like how you would tell it to your child. How would you like your daughter to think about herself? Ask yourself. It's interesting. Once I asked myself and I thought like, I don't want my daughter to be so harsh on herself. I want to be kind, but I want to be honest and strong at some points. And of course, I think this is the key to this feeling of healthy self-validation. And when you rely on this, when some external validation comes in, you can evaluate it. You can think, is it connected to me? Is it real? Or is it some idea that not worth considering even to spend time on this? And this is more healthy than trying to argue, because when we are arguing so much, we're actually spending a lot of energy. We're spending a lot of time. Time is energy, of course, also. And after that, we may feel like we are not a winner of the day. We don't feel ourselves as a winner. So I'm sure there are 3 important keys to finally stop seeking this external validation. The first thing is to rely on your self-worth, your self-validation, and rely on this from perspective of love. How would you do it if you loved yourself? Just this simple question. And this will give you a certain fundamental feeling of how it should be in a healthy way, in a normal way, in a loving way. The second point is, of course, relationships, our surroundings, environment. It's like, like environment for plant. If an environment is good, and sun touches it, it grows pretty beautifully, fast, and it's like a beautiful flower, or any plant can be, I don't know, beans. And it's the same with us. We shouldn't listen, we shouldn't hear so much from people who don't like us and who don't care so much about our strengths, who maybe think that our strengths are actually weaknesses. And we should pray and hope to find these people who will like us for who we are. And I'm sure it's possible, because there are 7 milliards of people in the world, and many people can like me, many people can like you, and most of people in the world may ignore us or don't like us, who we are. And it's normal. We shouldn't concentrate on them. We should better concentrate on these good surroundings, good friends or family members who really like us, who really can give very honest and true compliments with open heart. And the third is actually stop seeking external validation. What does it practically mean? You need to stop trying to be nice for somebody. And by nice, I don't mean something white and pink. It can be something rude and devilish, and you can do it only to be fit somewhere, to be needed for somebody, but it doesn't make you your real self sometimes. We're just following some trend to be followed, to be liked, but it may not be our trend. We can just understand that I don't like this trend. I don't want to be this puppet in the hands of society anymore. and I just want to be myself. And I always ask myself, do I really like it? Do I really want it? Do I really want to be a good girl right now? Or I actually want to relax and to not be a good or bad girl? Because this world is actually like a big playground, and you can be here whoever you want. And only limits in your head, and limits in maybe some opportunities we may don't have right now, but it doesn't mean we won't have them in the future. But to have them, we need to feel and understand who we actually are. Because, for example, if I want to be a writer, but I'm hiding it and I'm trying to be somebody else the whole life, and then I understand like why I didn't have any opportunities to write, but I wasn't asking for them, I wasn't building them, I wasn't making them as my goal. That's why I didn't have them. If you like this video, you can actually watch this one, and you can actually write in the comments what you want to talk about in the next video, and we will do it. And of course, support this channel, this video with likes, comments, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.